welcome to another episode of Ashlin Protects My Assets. I'm Ashlin Hadden, owner of Ashlin Hadden Insurance.
And I am Z.
Z is our commercial manager. So today we're going to do a little bit of talking about products, what's high risk, what's low risk, and why these items are considered either high risk or low risk.
Absolutely.
So we hear all the time when we're talking to customers, well, I don't sell anything that's risky. Everything that I sell is super non-risky. So once we start talking to the customers about what those products are and how those can actually harm people, they are shocked at what can be high risk and not. So we're going to go through a little bit of those items that we've either talked about with customers or we just found around the office or found around the house. So you can kind of see what the difference is. So Z, why don't you start us off with one?
Absolutely. So let's actually start with the coffee. So private labeling coffee and just doing the coffee niche is always really popular, really big seller with a lot of our sellers. This is definitely considered a ingestible, so it is going to be a high risk product. And of course, there are some coffee that is geared towards the keto niche or the diet plan niche. You're definitely amping up that risk. You're amping up that liability doing so. We love coffee. We love that you sell it.
I don't like coffee.
Right, but I do sell it. I buy most of my coffee from Amazon, so I love that you sell it. I love your product. I love that you're private labeling it. I will support you full blown, but you are talking on insurance, big time risk here. Because I would drink this all day, and I would love this all day, and who knows, it might just end up hurting me in the long run, and I might sue you.
So what about cost-wise? What are you seeing with cost to do something like this?
So we're looking at close to $1,500 a year to insure coffee. Now, once again, if you're marketing coffee toward the keto niche or a diet plan, you're ramping up to about $2,500 in your insurance costs. Be prepared to open up your wallet. We love it that you want to go that route. We love it that you want to make it more promotable for yourself and sell it like it's gold. It's going to cost you a bit. So, big rewards comes.
Yeah, big, what did I say?
The big sacrifices come big.
Yeah.
Big reward or big responsibility comes big.
Big reward. Yeah. So if you want to sell coffee, go for it. We'd love to help. Just know that it's in the high risk because it's going inside a body. So another type of higher risk product is anything in the beauty category. Mm-hmm. This is a little face scrubber thing. You turn it on and you're supposed to like scrub the dead skin off your face. Which is a really great product, a really great idea for us women to get rid of the, winter dead skin. Kind of gross, but yeah, it works.
Yeah, it works.
This is super, super high risk. Again, anything that's going on your body is going to be in your high risk category. But this is a little scrubber, and this scrubber is designed to take the skin off your face.
That's what it's meant to do. Yeah.
So if somebody has a reaction to whatever the product is on this little thing, or even if they forget to move this item, and it rubs their skin raw or it peels their skin, things like that, this is going to be a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
So again, definitely insurable, but it is in the higher risk category. So when you're looking at selling these items, look at the true reason and what they're buying it for. And again, this is to peel dead skin off. So this is going to be, again, the high risk category. So think about the items that you're selling. Think about the use of that item and what these people are using these items for, not just what it is. We talked about, again, earlier, this baby Bjorn. Yes, it's a yard of fabric, but that yard of fabric is used to hold up a child. Think about it before you sell it. Please, please. Okay, let's do another one.
All right. So, who doesn't have a sweet tooth? Candy. Candy's a big time seller around sellers. So, obviously, if you're doing some ARIA wholesale with candy, not too much of a risk. You're just selling it as is. Perfect. You can bundle it up a little bit, kind of customize it. Super easy to
Easter
insure.
baskets, things like that, as long as you're leaving them in their original packaging and bundling them together.
We can insure this like crazy. Now, if you start to private label candy, you are once again putting yourself in a riskier niche here. It is a candy. It is ingestible. It can have who knows how much sugar in it, and then all of a sudden someone went into diabetic shock. So this is definitely something that we would love to insure. We always hear people selling candy or getting to that confection niche. We can insure this. Just know that you are going to pay a pretty penny for candy. Obviously, if you are starting off with candy and it does really well, you're probably going to travel down that little scope and stick to it. And you're looking at about, once again, $1,500, $2,500 insurance costs. So we love it that you do it. Just know you got to pay for it.
And you can choke on it. So choking on
That's
it,
another thing.
issues with the products in there. We've got all these people who are this red dye 40,
Yes.
all of those kinds of things. Anybody can come back and say, hey, I had a reaction to your candy.
My kid had a reaction to your candy.
Kid had a reaction to your candy. My dog had a reaction to your candy. Anything that they can say to get a payout, they're going to say. So again, we are in a very sue happy world. Just be careful of what you're selling and what you're putting in the hands of us consumers.
Absolutely.
Another product that we had someone say, well, it's just a piece of plastic.
We love that phrase.
Yeah, of course. Was these like little plug-in wall things. Yes, this thing is plastic and it's not, you know, a huge high risk, but you add this little piece to it that plugs into the wall, now you've got some issues.
Yeah.
So let's say this plugs in the wall and they end up having a fire. They trace the fire back and realize that the fire came from the plug-in that this was plugged into.
Mm-hmm.
You now are going to be responsible for the entire cost of that person's house. So
Possibly, absolutely.
someone's got a $300,000 house that burnt to the ground. They have $150,000 worth of personal property in that house. They have to be misplaced from their house and now put into a hotel. You are now responsible for the cost of all of that together. I don't remember what my numbers were, but I'm sure it's close to like $500,000 now. So if you didn't have a liability policy, that's something that you could be sued for and you'd be responsible for that.
You are putting your investment at risk not having insurance.
Right. So anything that plugs into a wall, definitely high risk, insurable, but on the high risk side.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do two more.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
One of my favorites. This is a back brace. You sell them anywhere. People use them. People love them. This is my boyfriend's back brace. He uses it all the time. This is high risk. Simply put, if you are telling someone that this is something that they need, once again, people get medical advice and say, hey, you really need to go get a back brace. There's a lot of liability in this niche. Braces, compression socks, compressing arm braces, knee, elbow, you name it. These things are going to be expensive to insure. You hear me? Expensive to insure. Easily put, if you tell me this works like a charm and it'll cure my back pain or help me with my back pain or minimize my back pain in 3 months, and it happens to get worse in a month, I'm coming after you. That's false advertising. You did not sell your product well. You did not promote it well. I'm coming after you for all you got. My back hurts and I'm in medical chair now and
I can't
it's
work.
all bad.
Oh.
So definitely keep in mind braces, back braces, elbow braces, neck braces,
Compression
posture,
socks,
yeah. All of that stuff is going to be high risk. You are definitely going to ramp up that risk private labeling it. So always keep in mind, once again, what is the product, who's it used for, who's it marketed to, and what's it intended to do at the end of the day. So always take those little questions into consideration when you're looking at back braces or any of your private label for sure.
And remember, when you're making these listings, what you say on that listing, what you're saying that it's going to do, that's going to stick with you.
Yeah.
And if they end up having an issue, they're going to pull that listing. And when you go to court and it says this back brace is going to help support you and it's going to make sure that you don't get hurt at work, and it doesn't, your ass is grass. So keep an eye on what you're actually saying and what you're warranting on those listings.
Absolutely.
So last item we're going to go with is some BandAids. Everyone's like, oh, it's just BandAids. Whatever, it's not. That's not a risk or anything.
Right.
But remember where these products come from. This one is made in China.
Yeah.
They're not known for having the most upstanding quality of things. Let's say this Band-Aid goes on your 6-year-old. He scraped his knee, whatever. Put this Band-Aid on his knee, and I go to take it off later tonight. In the skin where this touched his skin is now irritated. Come to find out, there's a chemical on this Band-Aid that came from China that we didn't know about, and my son has a skin reaction to this.
Wow.
Or we put this Band-Aid on and the area gets more infected and doesn't get better. We're gonna sue.
Yeah.
So something as simple as a Band-Aid could definitely be high risk. because you're saying, hey, I'm going to make that area cleaner and better and keep it from getting infected. And if I don't do that, you've just nullified my warranty. So, there's some fun, crazy things for you guys to think about. Again, if you ever have questions or you're saying, hey, I'm thinking about selling this item and I just don't know the risks behind it, send us a Facebook message, send us an email, send us a back call, whatever you guys need to do. But just let us know. We're here to help, give you those ideas of what's risky and what's not risky. Yeah. So, again, keep an eye on what you're selling, where it's coming from, and how it's marketed. That'll help save your assets. So thanks, guys, for joining us with another episode of Ashlin Protects Your Assets. We hope to hear from you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Have a good day.